Accept top weekend greetings from us creatives and welcome back to our design studios. Today, I will be demonstrating how to create this awesome real estate flyer using a Pixellab application on your Android smartphone. If you are someone out there working so hard to grow your design skills, then subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you are part of the family that receives regular design tips and other awesome tutorials. Thank you so much as you do so. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive into Pixellab. Okay guys, so this is Pixellab application, the powerful designed Android design app that helps you to create awesome flyers like the one I just showed you previously. I really want to say shout out to all our returning subscribers and for always watching our tutorials. We say a very big thank you and God bless you. To all our friends watching from Nigeria, watching from Bangladesh, watching from Cameroon, from Ghana, from India, we love you all and do stay blessed. Without wasting much of your time again, let's dive into the design proper. So I'm going to delete the text, and the next thing I'm going to do is to start preparing my background. If you notice, most of our tutorials this day we are just working with a square size. This size is a square size, so the 1280 and 1280, let's just say that is the size that suits us for the season for now, and we shall be using just this square size. So I'm going to click on background and I go to color. So I don't love to give my background just a simple color. I always love to use gradient in most of my designs, and that's why I created this gradient. So this is the gradient. I will be showing you now the color code on how you can create it yourself. So if you want to create the same kind of background, just click on the plus button once you are on gradient. Once you are on gradient here, so just click on the plus bar, and we have two colors, as you can see, two main colors. So I'm first of all going to click here to show you the color code for the light, for the brighter color. So the color code is 004033. So that is for the dark color. Sorry, for this one the color code is 004033, and for the brighter color the color code is 01D1CB. Once you've achieved all of that, just click on your check mark and we have our background looking this way. So the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in the elements that we'll be using for the flyer. And since it is a real estate flyer, I worked out this real estate image, and I got it from Pinterest. I'll be leaving the link to get all of this in the video description. Just check it out. So I'm going to place this one here. So nicely place it here. Then after placing it this way, you can see that we need some other touches here to make it much more realistic, and because of that I downloaded some other lawn or this form of a garden kind of stock image. So I'm just going to increase the size a bit and position it here just like so. So after positioning all of this, I'm going to go to layer and lock it up. I'm not done yet. I'm still going to bring in some other tree elements because I want this to be very much realistic. So I have this, and you will bear with me that when an image is closer it is bigger, but when it is far it is smaller. So we are going to apply that principle here. I'm going to reduce this, then I position it here, and after positioning it here like so, what I'm going to do is to go to layer and shift it to the back of the lawn image. Then I copy it, and in the same progressive order I'm going to reduce the size of this, but then we place it here. Then I'm going to copy it as well. We reduce the size. So that is just to confirm to you the principle that things that are far away are always smaller while things that are closer are bigger. So we're trying to work with the same kind of principle here. So I'm going to go to layer and push this last one to the back of the lawn image. Great. So that it appears exactly like this. After putting all of this in order, we are going to lock everything up, and the next thing is to bring in the image of an excited senior African lady who is so happy. Perhaps her son bought a house or a landed property and she's just so excited. Please kindly subscribe to the channel so that you are part of the family that receives regular design tips and other amazing tutorials. So we're going to size this up and bring it a little bit like so. Then we'll shift it down a bit. And after positioning it like so, we're going to go to our color filters and enhance it by up to 45. Then you click on your check mark. So we're increasing the hue or the hue by up to 45. Click on your check mark, go to layer, and you lock this up. So we're doing this flyer for ND Real Estate Services, and because of that I designed the logo as well on my Pixellab application, and that is why I'm going to bring in the logo. So this is the logo I also worked out on my Pixellab application. So this is the logo for ND Real Estate Services. What I'm going to do is just to position it here so nicely, and after positioning it there, the next thing that we're going to do is to go to our text area and write LAN in capital letters. Then go to the font area, and the font that we want to use is our nice kind of font. We call it the Rono black font. So this is the font, the Rono black. What you're going to do now is to increase the size. Since this is the main theme in the design, I always love that my design themes should be bigger in size so that they don't conflict with other elements or with other write-ups in the design. This is just to emphasize on the principle of hierarchy. So what I'm going to do is to send this to back. So click to back, click on to back, and we can even increase it a bit. Then come to the spacing. Let's reduce the space in between to about -5. And ND Real Estate Services has a slogan concerning the buying of land. So it's a slogan that encourages people to buy land, and I have the slogan on my messenger. So I'm just going to go to my messenger, and here is it. So I'm just going to copy it, then I bring it into my Pixellab. I click on new text and I write. So the full reading is, remember we first of all wrote land, so the next thing that has to appear now in a smaller size, though it's going to be is the new gold, and that's the full reading should be land is the new gold and it is limited in supply. Why not invest in the future today? Buy land because it appreciates and gives return in investment. So this is a nice quote, a kind of attractive quote to encourage people to buy landed property or even to buy land. And because of that, I'm going to use a very nice font called the Rockfordsands, the Rockfordsands or the Rockford Light Sans. So we're going to compress this, and then we reduce it again in size and just position it like so. So we're going to shift this land down a bit and we shift this down also as well. Then after shifting it down, go to your spacing and let's reduce the spacing, line spacing, let's reduce the line spacing to -2 and bring it closer to this, so we can use our position button to move it a little bit away from the margin. Good. So this is just okay. And as I think, let's reduce the size. Oh, that's still better, no issues. The next thing that we would love to do is to go to shapes, select a square kind of shape, but then turn it to a rectangle and reduce it like so. Then go give it the same gradient color like this, and you come to your opacity. Please, as you follow the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to like the video, and to equally drop your comments. I would really love to read where you are watching us from, so tell us in the comment section where you are watching us from. Thank you so much as you do so. So as you go to opacity, remember we're here on opacity, click on opacity and reduce the opacity. So we step down the opacity to about 60. It's fine. And the next thing that we're going to do is to go to our text area, select the new text and write 1M, which stands for 1 million. So we're going to go to our fonts, and this time around I would love to use a font that is longer. So let's try the Bebas new. The Bebas worked for that. Let's check. Okay, perfect. It's okay. So what we're going to do is to use our relative position to move it faster. Now we're going to increase the size a bit. Let's say to 80, and we put it on the middle. Now we copy this text just to maintain the same kind of font. Okay, let's increase this again because I really want it to stand out. Okay, I think 90 is fine. So let's double tap on this text, delete it and put as low as then we bring it down here. We are just going to make sure that it's aligned. So why not even increase the size of the 1 million again? Since it is money, let's make it much more bigger. Say to 105. It's okay. I really want it to capture the attention of anyone appreciating this flyer, so that's why I'm making that size to be bigger. So click on layer and select the as low and try your best to align it perfectly with the 1 million. So we're going to copy this as low as, double tap on it to put for a plot. Then you bring it down. You can use your relative position to move this down, guys. So use position now to align it also perfectly below the 1 million. So as low as 1 million for our plot. The next thing I'm going to do is to allocate space for the contact details. So I'm just going to click on shapes and select this white shape. make it into a small tiny line, and we're going to copy this text once again, to put colors in capital letters. Then I bring it down, and I'm going to copy the same text, double tap to put in brackets. So we're doing this flyer for a Cameroon country code. The NG Real Estate Services is based in Cameroon, so their mobile contact is 650 98 9723. Guys, don't call this contact if you are not ready to buy a plot of land. That sounds funny, right? Okay, so it's just for illustrative purposes though. So I'm going to click on the call just to align it, make sure that everything is perfectly aligned. So call us on their contact details, and it's provided. So the last thing that I would love to do now is to bring in some overlay. Usually when the background is just so plain like this, I don't really love it. So because of that, I had some pattern that I got from Pinterest as well. This is the pattern. I'm just going to make an overlay of the pattern to cover everything. And then I go to my filters and increase the filter also to 57. Then I use the back button, push it to the back, and come to opacity and reduce the opacity very well to make it fit with the background. So I'm going to reduce the opacity of this right down to about 3. Yes, it should be at 3. Then you click on your check mark, and as you can see, our real estate flyer design is ready. So this is a flyer design for ND Real Estate Services, and it's a flyer talking about buying land, which is the new gold. I hope today's lesson was helpful, and kindly drop your comments telling us where you are watching from more specifically, and the kind of tutorial that I would love to hear from us the next time. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel and to give a particular thumbs up or like to this tutorial, so that we can be encouraged always to bring to you other amazing design tutorials and tips. Until next time, stay blessed.